How do you do it, by the way, Pansy? The
Well,
live.
JJ has a button that just says go live and then it asks me my account. Um,
Okay,
so
I'll have to stop by one of these days and learn.
yeah. So we're on. I gotta get us to I gotta shoot. I gotta get to the Zoom again.
You get my damn camera. Shit.
Oh shit. All right. I believe we're live streaming. We were. Hopefully it's still working. So
Andy, what's the name of your YouTube channel?
it's just my name, Pansy Sleep.
Okay.
Let me see. Yep. We are live. So what do we want to discuss? You want host back? Just my name. I don't know what would happen if I turn over host, if it'll stop live streaming. But either way, you're in charge.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
You're in charge, but I guess I have controls. But just let me know because I don't, like I said, if I turn over host, I don't know if it'll keep live streaming. So better
Okay.
not mess with it.
Yeah, you can stay host.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
So what do you usually talk about on your lives?
well, we did some underwriting. We got to know people and their journeys. Um, I think me and Yvonne just sat there and talked about a little bit of the life on one of them. Just whatever. So, like
Yeah,
right now, yeah. Go ahead, Yvonne.
the time that I've been having off is joining on the Zoom and connecting with the other people. Because with my W-2 is can't do it during the day, but I really enjoy the weekends and the evenings. So yeah, yeah. But actually on this one, there's been some new people and connecting with and did some reaching out and maybe we'll see get them on the call and but we really would like to do some you know deals too, so yeah.
Well,
Good to know.
we learned that Grant is going to teach us how to do some traveling uh hacks and things, right?
It won't be me. That'd be special wife I got.
That's
She'll
that's right.
Ah,
she'll
That's
give you the
right.
rundown. Yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
pleasure
she's
meeting you in the office, though. That's for sure, man. You shared a lot of value and
yeah,
everything like
yeah,
that. And if I can take a page out of your book, that would be awesome.
yeah, I agree. I asked her if she'd be interested in learning more about what we had kind of been talking about. And she said, yeah, she'd be interested in hearing about it. She likes to play with new ideas and see if things would work for us too.
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. So we should probably talk about what we each do. Um, being all in real estate. So
I
All
think
right,
it's
Pansy,
freaking
cool.
awesome, actually. I mean, a lot of people say it's a scam, but it's insurable. We get taxed on it. You can you can live in it. You can rent it. Like, I mean, it's made out of real wood and shingles and all the
don't
things.
don't forget
Like,
bricks
oh,
too.
I love brick homes, man.
Oh
They,
yes.
yeah,
so
we
what
got
kind of
homes that are,
opportunities are each of us working on or looking for?
there you
Maybe we
go.
can do one person at a time and then we could put it out there to the universe, to the YouTube world and see what we might get from it.
Touch the universe. I like that. I like that.
Well, Prince, go ahead. Speak
You know, I
speak
was
what you're trying to get out there to the universe.
okay. Well, I was kind of upset because I couldn't get this damn technology working. Uh, but it's okay. How you guys doing today?
Good. It's working now. Tell us about what you want to put out in the universe.
Um, to the universe, I just want to put out good vibes. That's why I love this group so much. Um, and people forget that all the time, the relationship part and the networking. So the fact that JJ is given, the Facebook, just how to go about it is probably the biggest thing anyone can learn, first and foremost. I mean, it's crazy because I didn't do that at the beginning, but now I see that's where it's all at. And I'm still learning, um, even how to do a post. It's crazy, but it's fun because I'm learning. But also, me and Jen were working on something in Oregon. Just throwing out there, it's about 5 lots, seller finance deal. So hopefully it comes together. We're trying to figure out the numbers and whatnot. And I know I've been talking about office hours, but we really need to get in there one of these days and talk again.
Well, you know where we're at.
Yeah, I know. The other day when we were talking, I thought I hit the damn for 9:30, and I never pressed confirm. I was like, no one
Oh,
called me. What's going on?
you don't have to schedule. You can just hop in. It's open usually all day.
Okay, so I probably was looking at something else,
Yeah.
the call part, because I was talking to Troy, and then after I set it up. So okay, I'll just come on in and stop by. But yeah, that's what I want to put out there to the universe. We have these lots. Uh, going to raise some capital for them, and it's in Oregon, 5 lots. Jen knows more of the particulars, but just want to put it out there to the world. I know some people don't like Oregon, but Oregon is it's a beautiful place. Starting to see, you know, it's funny. A lot of people say, "What market are you in? Are you over here? Are you over here?" But a deal can be had anywhere. I'm starting to see a deal can be had anywhere, especially when you're in a group like this. It's about the networking. So a lot of times in life, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Plays a big part of it. So, but yeah, is Jen still on here or did she leave?
No, I don't see Jen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, when
So
it comes to numbers, I'm okay. I'm fairly decent, but I'm more of the relationship guy. I like meeting and greeting people and getting to know them. But Jen, she's the underwriter, develop
awesome.
construction and all that. But yeah, so yeah,
Awesome.
I have all you guys' contact. I still been trying to reach out to Grant. I got to get in touch with him. All you guys. You guys
Love
make
it.
me you and Mark and Yvonne, you guys just sitting there together. Oh man, making me feel good. That's what I'm. So yeah, man, I appreciate you guys always.
We appreciate you. Theo, why don't you speak up? We haven't heard from you.
Hey, hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for asking.
So, what do you want to put out into the universe?
Yeah, so into the universe, I would throw um that I'm a gator. I've been a gator for a while, but I'm now starting to actually move into actually doing gator work. I was before doing sub two. Um, and I'm just learning everything. I'm trying to be the best sponge possible. Um, So if anyone has experience with Gator and there's anything I can do to help them out in their business, I'd love to just give a hand or do anything that I can do to be useful
Awesome. Yeah, you got to connect with our group.
for
Mark's a
sure.
gator.
So connect with Mark Presswood.
Yep.
Okay,
Connect
will
with us.
do.
Yep. And Grant's a gator. So definitely some people to connect with in here.
Okay, awesome. Appreciate that. I'll definitely reach out.
Awesome. Anthony, what you got going on? I see you're driving though.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yep, we can hear you.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm in Denver.
Awesome.
I know not many people are in this area here, but I think the main thing I've got going on now is I'm looking for a property that I can fix and flip. And so the other half of that is I'm also looking for some private money lenders that I can use to help get into a hard money loan. So a couple things I was thinking about is if any of you are lenders, I was wondering if you had any advice for someone like me who is looking to find those types of people and make connections with them and do some deals together. As somebody who hasn't done that before, if you have any advice, that'd be great. As well as if you're somebody who has done that in the past, if you have raised private money, I'd be interested to hear about how that process goes so I can become more proficient at that myself so that I can get into some deals and work with people.
Love it. Awesome. Grant, you got something to put in there?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Anthony, are you in the free creative finance group on Facebook?
Creative Finance Pace Morbius Group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would just put everything that you just said, put that in the group. There's 100,000 people in there, I think, or more.
Over 100,000, I believe. Yeah.
There's gonna be some people that respond to you, hey, I'm in the Denver area. Denver's a huge city. There's tons of people that would be down to, meet up or at least even get on a call and talk to you, help you find what you're looking for. That's
I
easy.
love
That's
that.
the easy part. Yeah.
Awesome.
Anthony,
Thanks.
have you connected with Angie Milanazzo and Dominic Milanazzo?
Not exactly. I've been to a couple of Sub2 meetups just to, say hi and get a feel for how the whole operation works, but I don't think I've specifically spoken with either of them.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously you know them. They're in the Colorado area and they have an office there and they invite people to stop in and visit their awesome office during the week. I can speak. So just wanted to
Okay,
put
I
that.
didn't know that. I'll have to go
Yeah.
check it out.
Yep. Awesome. Mark, you're a gator and a lender. Do you have anything to add to that?
Always like good deals always get funded. Relationships is huge. Dig your well way before you're thirsty. Add value. And you could do some trial closes. Just ask people. The crazy one is who do you know that's investing in real estate, currently liquid or something like that, And it really screws with people's heads. They want to know, why aren't you asking them directly? And you kind of are, in a just kind of a casual way, casual conversations. I don't know. I follow Grant quite a bit. He always puts the offer out there in the front. My intention is to do business with you. Pace also would add, what is it going to take to do business with you? And what do you have and what do you need? Yeah. Great, powerful icebreakers, and like that right there is the whole script. Just be you. And money's the tool. Money's the tool to get things done.
Love it.
I think you're muted or something. Are you still trying to respond?
No, I just said I love the advice. Thank you.
You got it. Anytime, Anthony.
And also, Anthony, like everyone touched on, networking is going to probably be the biggest thing, but you can check the public records as well. I don't know how far you did a deep dive on that, but public record and lien position and all that stuff. And also, everybody you talk to, everybody you run into, you'd be surprised who you can teach about real estate and kind of just, educate them on real estate. And you'll run into all kind of people. Right. So that's just my couple 2 cents.
Awesome.
M-
Lots of
My
great
mentor, my mentor would say, well, even Bob Proctor and all these people is it's frequency and get in the tune of what like capital raising is a frequency, be money, feel like money and just be money and like attracts like, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very true.
How do you
If you,
be money?
well, I think what Mark is saying is if you can feel it, somebody else is going to feel it because you're just putting it out there.
Well,
Certain frequency.
yeah.
That's probably hard to explain, but it's a feeling of power.
Grant Cardone says it's like he uses this great example all the time. It's like, let's say there's 8 billion people on the planet, right? That's the whole entire planet. In the United States, we printed about $7 trillion in the past like 40 months. And that's equivalent to like 7,000 billion. So there's no lack of abundance on this planet. It's if we need more money, we just make money. We just print it up, right? What they did was they unlocked all the equity that was locked in people's properties that was doing absolutely nothing. So for the economy to grow, we need capital to move things around, to exchange. It's exchange unit. And it's a great example, that there's no lack. It's just being resourceful.
Interesting. Nice. So what else do you guys want to share? What do you think has helped in your entrepreneurship journey? Like physically, mentally, anything, because it's not just about finding a deal and then finding money and putting it together. There's a whole lot that goes into being an entrepreneur and investing. Go ahead, Mark. You.
I've been trained very well by Pansy because when she's in charge, like people listen.
Well, Grant's technically in charge.
Well,
Teamwork.
teamwork. It's always relationships. Relationships. Maybe some people around you surround you, kind of pull you down because they see you growing a little bit or something, and they're scared that you're going to leave them. But you're just going to add value to them afterwards. You got to just go down that path a little bit. I think it could be challenging. Like it's scary to do reels and all that stuff and get on social media and actually live. But once you get to a point that you don't give an F, then things will definitely change and things will explode, But it's difficult in the front end. Yeah. Personal
What are some
development.
of the routines that a lot of you guys have to keep you on track? Because you're okay. So when you have a regular job, a W-2, you have someone that tells you what time you're clocking in, what time you're clocking out, and everything about what you're supposed to do from the moment you arrive. So basically, it's a almost thinkless job, right? When you're in a W-2, because everything's been mapped out for you. And so exactly what you're supposed to be doing, when you're supposed to be doing from this time to this time, and then you get to go home. But entrepreneurs don't have that same type of schedule. We have to make our own schedule, keep ourselves accountable. What types of things do each of you guys do to make sure that you're keeping yourself accountable? That's my question. Any thoughts?
I think at first I was overwhelmed because there's just so many damn ways to make money in real estate. So I was bouncing all over the place. But then I started treating it like a 9 to 5. Right? So exactly like a 9 to 5. I made a list of what I'm going to do, my most important things. I probably would put 10 or so, but as long as I got the most important things done, then I'm like, okay, I made some progress. I made some progress that day. And it doesn't have to be a big to-do list, but when you might have 50 people you're going to contact that day. Then for damn sure, you're going to hit those 50, right? And you might not get to the other things you're going to do, but I think if you over time, depending on what you're doing, if you just set kind of a goal and treat it like a 9 to 5, then over time you're gonna make progress. And you have to understand it's not gonna be a overnight sensation. I think that's something I dealt with at first. I'm like, okay, this is really a long haul. And then once that sets in and you don't really, I mean, JJ says it all the time, you don't chase the damn deal, then they just start popping up everywhere. But yeah, I think set some actionable steps. It can be 2, 3, or whatever, but just be consistent with those.
So what are
And
some
then,
of your actionable steps for to begin your day?
so first, when I get up, I actually sit with myself for probably about uh, a good 20, 30 minutes. And I think about what I'm going to do, what I told myself the night before. Then I start going. So I do a lot of outreach. So it'll be contacting those 50 people. Then after that, I'll talk to Jen. We'll look at some properties that we already were talking about. And then, yeah, that's kind of how my day goes. First is my contacts. But now, oh, no, I have to forget. Now I'm starting to implement Facebook more. So I'm trying to get my posts in. Right. So that's kind of my day. I should do Facebook probably earlier in the morning because I do that more sporadic. Because
It's
I'm not
all
used to.
about pivoting, right?
Yeah,
You know, yeah, you find what works, and then if it doesn't work, you try something different and, move things around, right?
yeah, and but yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Having your most important things you're gonna do, whether you're on the phone or you're making different contacts or you're underwriting, whatever your specialty is, and as you meet more people and you get around people that are, they're better than you at other things, they're doing that and you're doing your thing. Um, yeah, I think it all kind of coincides and you start making progress. But you definitely, like Mark said in the chat, time blocking. So yeah, that's those actionable steps, setting it up. And then you just do the same shit every day.
Yeah. I got into entrepreneurship for the opposite reason. I don't like to do the same shit every day. I like to speak to different people. I don't, my if my day is exactly the same over and over and over, it literally drives me bonkers. I get cranky. Ask Mark. And if things don't get done how they're supposed to, I get cranky. So I can't do it all by myself. So I found a team, and we have someone who does the emails and the scheduling, which is awesome. Because I couldn't keep up with everything myself. I had many opportunities coming to me that I wasn't able to help people, and I felt terrible about it. I'm like, well, I
Mhm.
know people, I just don't know how to, keep track of the opportunities and then get that opportunity to the person who could possibly help. So I can say having a team that lets me do what I do best, and that's just socialize and get to know people and find out what they're doing and where they need help, and connecting those people to the ones that can help them. Having a team, I could say, is definitely one way to keep yourself accountable and to get things done. What do you think, Grant? We haven't heard much from you.
No, yeah, 100% agree with what what all you guys are saying. It's a mindset, and I had a mindset shift of sitting around and just kind of waiting for the opportunities to come by me, and waiting for somebody to pick me to help them, and versus being proactive and finding how I can make myself more valuable and, you know, create opportunities rather than just wait for opportunities. You know, Uh, you could be one in a million, or you can be looking for a million people. What's greater, you know? I don't know. It just, I'm still pretty new and I'm still trying to get things figured out. But yeah, I think it all starts with your mindset. 100%.
Absolutely. I believe that. Yeah, absolutely. Um, you know, I think we all struggle with mindset. And I think Grant, you might be one of the youngest ones on here, you and Prince maybe. I'm not sure, but um, something that wasn't talked about when I was growing up and everything, was the mindset thing. And then I did come across it a few years ago in this um, supplement company, and I do use their supplements. But these younger um, leaders in our group, because they had been there longer, it doesn't matter your age, you could be a leader no matter what. We're just, I was having issues with a product and I was reaching out to them because, well, they've been in the business longer, maybe they can help. And they just threw out, check your mindset. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Check my mindset. I'm literally having a reaction to the product I'm using. How the hell does that have anything to do with my mindset? You know? So, needless to say, I don't speak to them anymore. I just don't use that particular product because, that particular product I cannot use. That's me reacting to it. It's not like a dangerous product or anything, but I'm sensitive to certain things. But I didn't think it had anything to do with my mindset, honestly. But they also didn't explain to me what they meant when they said, check your mindset. It's all in your mind. No, people will tell you it's all in your mind, but they don't explain what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like what it means um, to comprehend, you know, and I'm learning, at the right, the last few years in my late 40s, what it really means that, what we're thinking about ourselves, about others, that's our mindset. What are we telling ourselves? If we tell ourselves we are not capable of getting something done, then that's going to become our truth, right? If we tell ourselves, I can do this and put our best effort, whether it gets done or not, but we had a good, you know, intention, a good mindset going into it. Maybe we didn't accomplish it the first time, but not immediately going to that other side where, oh, well, it didn't work. So, it's completely off the table. Maybe we can do it differently, because what is that saying about being crazy, trying to get, a different result, but with using the same exact, whatever process, so, learning about mindset is definitely new. And then I really think it's awesome that a lot of people like yourself, Grant, and others that are getting into entrepreneurship at a young age and they're understanding and comprehending and bringing to the table this mindset thing. The younger generation is just blowing us away, like, because I know I was raised that it was the elders in the community that had, that were the wise ones. And the children knew nothing, right? What do the children know? They haven't experienced life. But if you pay attention to children, you can learn a lot from children and the younger generations. So I just like to share that.
Yeah, I'm 31, so I mean, I was born and raised in an era before the whole digital wave took over. So I think there's just a matter of like believing in yourself and again how you were raised, if you had people to coach you up or if you were just left to kind of be left alone or if you were beaten down or something. It's, do you feel like you belong? Do you feel like you're an outcast? It's like, and then just telling yourself, who cares? This is not forever and there's not a lot of time. So you can do whatever you want to do, really. And if it makes you happy, you can just keep doing it. So,
Right. I love that. Yep, absolutely. I have always had to struggle, especially because of my name, Pansy. People automatically want to give me a hard time. So at a young age, I was tough, but I was always, um, some people are tough and mean, but I was not mean. And I understood, the struggles of other kids and people. Um, so I was always that one that stuck up for others and just tried to include everyone because I knew what it was like to be made fun of and whatnot. So I had to be strong, like you said, were you did you have people there to look up to who helped you grow up? I can't say I had the best mentors, but thank you, Prince. Um, but I was a strong-willed child, so it didn't even matter what the adults in my life kind of wanted to tell me. I was just like, no, there's something else. There's something else. There's something else. You know? My mom couldn't control me, and she did not like that. And, my family could not control me, so they tried to use physical force many times. So the beaten down thing, I've been there, but I didn't stay down. Didn't,
yeah,
I was like, man, you're gonna beat me up, but I'm gonna get right back up and I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You know, you're not gonna change my mind. So I try to teach my children that be strong in what you believe. Um, not everyone, you know, not everyone thinks like that. There are those people that want to hear your vision, your dream, and it's not impossible, right? I love it. What else you got to say,
What
Mark?
an awesome share, Pansy. You're
Yes, thank
amazing,
you,
girl.
Pansy.
You guys
Yeah.
are amazing.
Yeah.
isn't a
We-
pansy a flower?
Yeah, it's a flower.
Named
Not
after a
everyone
flower.
knows that. Not
Yeah,
everyone knows that. I appreciate that. Yeah.
they're
Yeah, I
dope.
thought everybody knew the flower thing, but I can relate. Some people are, judge real quick and, for various reasons or whatever, but
You were judged in school too, right?
yeah. Well, I'm hearing impaired, so very young. So oh yeah. This I got deep stories, but yeah.
Challenged. Yeah, just challenged.
And then it's even still till this day. My coworker I used to work with, and I spent a couple years, and um, just got the strong enough will to um.
Push through.
Not care. I mean,
Yep, yep, yep.
There's other people like this community right here that'll lift you up, like on your shittiest days.
Oh,
Like,
that was when
yeah.
we yeah, it was when we went to JJ's mastermind Orange County meetup.
OCJV.
Yeah, that was good.
You had a bad day and then you went over there and you got charges up,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Different person
Yep.
in
Yep.
like an hour.
Yep. Well, actually, we were there a little longer, but
Well, it was like 5 minutes, and then you're like, I gotta go meet some people. See ya.
yeah. I'm all like, he was behind me, and I'm like, okay, I just gotta go and meet and greet, and I got energized talking from one person to another, and then he was like, oh well, she's off, she's gone. So, and I enjoy meeting other people. The Zoom thing is cool too. I mean, it's where you can hop in and out, like in our the team that we have, and I can go on my morning time and my lunch time, and then when I come home, I can sit next to Mark and we can connect and all that, and hear about everybody's day and that sort of thing. And yeah, my thing in the morning is just I have a journal, and it's from Grant Cardone, and then it has like my goals, my targets, my success, and then my quotes for the day. And I do that every day. And that's actually helped me out to be consistent. Like, okay, yep, I do need to reach out to like whatever 50 people, and I'll do, reach out to maybe like 10 or 5 or whatever in that morning. And it's accountability too. And I go back on it when I come home for lunch. I'm grateful that work is not that far, but I come home and I open it up and see what's, okay, did I reach out to this morning? And and then I'll get to people, like I connect, so then I'll like, okay, I got this person, and then make sure that it's on the calendar stuff. But I'm still learning through this, but it's been it's a great community. It'll take you from your down,
Do you get inspired?
oh yeah.
Do you get jealous seeing people successful on social media?
I get really happy about it, because um when people come in and they want to know about wholesaling or how to underwrite, and then see our team member Jeff get into teaching and stuff like that, and I like watching and observing, and people get, to help out and be go-giver and make sure that they get the right what's presented to them, if it's a deal that is going to work for them. But yeah, it's inspiring.
They come in and then they leave better than they came in, right?
Oh yeah.
Just adding value.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
But when Jeff gets on his roll with underwriting, he can't. He just gets
he's so fun to watch, and plus his southern accent, I like that. So, yeah, he's an inspiring guy. He's very smart, and he'll see it and know how to question. Hey, how long has it been on the market? How did you check out the comps? And he already knows within like a few minutes after he talks and sees it. Oh, I don't know, but he'll go through the whole thing with you and show you and talk to you and tell you how it's either is or isn't, and that's pretty cool.
I've been on him for so long to do that. I had to wait till Pansy came by to initiate and resurrect a thing that Roger put together, the office hours, and resurrect that and bring it back into fruition. And
yeah. Well, it had been like a couple like weeks where Mark was like saying, oh, maybe I should do an underwriting podcast. I'm all like, yeah, you guys should. Why not? And then when Pansy came, I'm all like, oh, she's going to do it. So I'm like, okay, I got to see this. And she called you out on it. And I know you guys could do it. There was no doubt,
She says, are you serious about that underwriting thing?
I love that.
Then she asked me one
Well,
more time.
don't tell me you're gonna do something or you want to do something unless you really want to get it done, because I'm gonna use whatever resources I have to get it done. If I can,
loved it. Oh yeah, when you came, like, oh shoot, I got like 2 hours or whatever. I'm like, well, babe, you got the table covered, man. You're set. Go for it. That's right. And I know you guys can do it.
So I going off topic, but we took those tests, the Jim Quick test, where it tells you the different personalities and stuff. The reason I'm bringing it up is because when you said about him doing the underwriting, and I said, I'm gonna hold you accountable, is I come out as an elephant, a connector on there, it says. But elephants have good memories. So I tend to remember when somebody says they want to get something done. And then if I come across that resource and I know I can help them get it done, I'm gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna say, yo, are you serious or not? But I'm not gonna beg you to get something done. You know, like you have to want to get it done yourself. I can only get you so far, you know, so just don't tell me anything unless you really want to get it done.
Right?
Yeah,
That's why we love you, Pansy.
Yep,
You're
yep.
awesome.
Yes,
yeah.
What
I
a
love you.
blessing. What a blessing to
You're a
be working with
blessing.
you.
yeah.
I've learned this because I went on a personal development journey too, and a few years ago I was in a really low point, and I was a business owner and had a brick and mortar, and I was a solopreneur. I had the big vision because I come from a contract tool making background where we worked as a team and we squad up, we build $1 million projects, and we're the guys in the trenches doing all the work, yet the big company is getting all the perks and everything. um, but it was that journey right there, working with teams and competitive. I didn't do any sports or anything like that, but
Mhm.
when I came across the Elephant Challenge, I was just like, wow, this is awesome. We've met a group, the Action Takers, that put a channel together, and they were doing office hours, and basically it kind of fizzled out, and I wanted to resurrect it because it brought me value during the W-2. It's a place that I could go and chill out, talk shop, whatever, and see kind of the behind the scenes operations, and talking with VAs and all the different
Mhm.
stuff that they're doing. So it's uh it's awesome to have it back in force for sure. When
So
did she get
Grant,
the
you've been in our office hours.
Mhm.
What do you think about it? Like, what was your experience and how can we possibly improve?
Yeah, I think it's just an open, collaborative space with, you know, you guys, and you're just there to help with whatever. If you have questions or you just want to come in and introduce yourself, you guys, you guys can underwrite, you can talk shop, you can just talk about a deal, you can, just hang out and make friendship if you want to. I was just kind of joining to just to kind of get acquainted. And you offered some advice, and that's awesome. So it's a good space to just kind of bring, you just want to bounce some ideas around or take advice. And Mark, you and your wife, you have your business going on, and Kelly does his thing on the other writing, and Pansy, you've got a wealth of knowledge, and I don't remember who else was in there, but yeah, I think you guys are doing a good job.
Oh, thank you, Anthony. We'll see you again.
Thanks for
Bye.
joining the YouTube stream for Pansy.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget to like and subscribe.
There you go. Make sure to plug it. Grant, we're not friends on Facebook, so I couldn't tag you.
Okay, that's all right.
Um, and then I wanted to make sure I tagged the right prince because there's a few of them, so I didn't tag him either. I'll have to figure that out, but I don't want to tag the wrong person. And Theo, I don't think we're friends. We'll have to do that. You have anything to add, Theo, about any of the subjects we've been talking about?
I just want to say, I appreciate the talk on mental toughness. I think growing up is realizing that everyone kind of has a struggle. Some people's struggle is more than others, but no matter what, it's your job to get through it. So it was really inspiring hearing what you've gone through, and hearing where you are now.
Yeah. I mean, I have a hard time sharing sometimes because I don't like to talk about like my past, unless it's gonna inspire someone, you know? If it inspires someone to keep going, then I'll kind of bring it, out. But I don't like to talk about the past. I like to focus on the present and what I can do now to do better, for myself and others. Um, I did go through a lot from a young age. I'm still going through a lot. And I went through a lot and always seemed to be alone going through it. And I would be pissed off about it. I'm like, how can I have family and friends, and I use those two words lightly, and still feel alone when going through difficult times in life? Um, which led to anger. And I learned ultimately in many situations at a very young age that there's no one coming to save you. You have to save yourself, you know? So even if you can't find any other reason to keep going for yourself.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So true, so true.
Yeah,
It's the journey, the life journey.
it is.
Like your story will help inspire others for sure. Indeed. If they reach out and ask, like, hey, how did you deal with this? I mean, I'm pretty open. Like, listening to Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn and all the different people. My mentors talk about it all the time, that as soon as you're genuine with yourself and you do that mirror work, which is happening actually in real time right now, it's a healing process. And like all these scars and stuff, when we're in school, we're pushed around, different things, whatever.
Mhm.
We're our childhood dreams get trampled over and smashed and destroyed. Quit being a daydreamer. Hurry up, read this book, and like all of the different things. Like when I was a kid, I would take stuff apart just to see what made it tick. So I was like always taking things apart. And I love working with my hands and building stuff, and the satisfaction of seeing products in use. I mean, like everyday things. Like it's but it sucks because you're actually behind the scenes. You're not the guy that's on stage with, I've made some stage props that nobody has any idea that I made them. I'm the guy in the closet that just was the technical guy that got it done. And that's fine with me. I can see it up on stage. I can see everybody lit up. And this is what Brianna was talking about on her thing, is the love languages the other day. And that's very something important that everybody should study, is finding out, the people that surround you, you could speak right to them. Uh, Personal development, you'll if you're on that journey, you'll know the fake people and the real people immediately. Like, you cannot fake it. It's impossible. You'll know right away. The Friends for Life program.
Right? I think it's different in the entrepreneur world compared to how we grew up, like you said, things are, we all go through stuff, but there's so much of like conformity, I guess the word, like they, society has you going in a certain direction. And if you try to veer off that path, then you get, people who will physically and mentally abuse you, essentially, because, well, this is the way it is. And, well, we all know we can't control people, but we can control ourselves, and so they can have that opinion, but more than ever, like, um, you know, more people are realizing that they are the ones in control and they don't have to conform. And I love that because I've always been that child, that person that I poke people. I push their buttons and I've paid the price. But if I didn't, then that cycle would have continued. And I broke several cycles in my family because I was the brave one. I was the one who stood up for myself. I was the one who stood up for others. Um, and, but there's also, you know, I could be mad at the people who conformed and continued to try to push that on me. But I learned to forgive. I learned that to have grace for them, for myself, you know, like thinking about a team discussion we had in chats, Mark and Yvonne, like, I think we had said something, where can we do better on our weekly Zooms with people? And I had said, well, I think we need to go back and look at our recordings and not evaluate each other. Like, I'm not going to evaluate you, Mark, or you, Yvonne. Like, that's the easy part. We can go and evaluate other people and pick them apart. But can you evaluate yourself? And can you pick yourself apart? But not in a bad way, but where can I improve? Because it's easy, like I said, to go and say, oh, Mark, you could have done this better. Or Yvonne, you could have done this better, or Grant or Theo. But can you look at it and say, oh, Pansy, what could you have done better? You know? So that's something that, like, it's funny because Amber McCullum had spoke about that the next day after, or that same day, like what I was trying to drop in the chats. And I'm not great at dropping my thoughts in chat form. But she had spoke on like that same thing about evaluating yourself. And that was like, okay, like, I don't, it was just weird how it happened that way. Like somebody had the like almost the exact same thought. I was like, that's awesome. So, I guess going back to what you put out there comes back, and I'm glad other people think that way. So it takes a lot though to grow up and think that way because I didn't always think that way. I was I could pick people apart all day if I wanted to, but ultimately it comes down to myself, you know, because that's the only person I can control, right?
This is exactly what my mentor talks about is, can you learn something from your own video, from yourself? Can your clone teach you something, And it's scary. We don't want to hear our own voices and things like that and stuff like that. And like people say, hey, about your Facebook and stuff. My Facebook is for my kids to hang out with when I'm long gone. like like this is what he did. Like this is him. I don't have the Facebook from my dad. I don't have very much like photos and things like that. So it's like, that was traumatizing a little bit, but then I got some photos from my aunt when my grandfather passed away of me that I never even saw. And they were just texted over to me. I'm like, this is freaking awesome. So now it's a piece of content I can meet myself. So the book, The Success Habits by Dean Graziosi, is a really freaking super good book. And there's some worksheets in the back that I keep referencing to countless times. Like I've been through that thing 11 times, and like the Facebook wall is basically just a place for me to make notes to myself. It's unlimited storage, document my day, look and see my accountability, go back and check myself, whatever. It's just like it's a journal, man. This is what it's all about. You don't have to get deep into things or whatever. You can just high level concepts or whatever. But again, as the more genuine you get, the more serious you are with yourself, the bigger the rewards are going to be by fulfillment, just by just healing, you know?
That's a really interesting perspective. Because, you know, if you're a deep thinker, you might overthink, like, oh, what am I doing putting all these deep thoughts onto this platform where nobody, or not nobody, but like so few people like are willing to dive deep in thought with you or can even follow that path, you know? And it's just, I like what you said. It doesn't have to be overly into it. It can be high level and just conceptual, and you know, it could also be something to leave behind later on. Like, you know, I I like what your example just was.
I mean, Facebook has been my therapist for, I don't know, since 2017 when I joined.
Mm.
I get inspired out here. I get to see people winning, and it's like,
Yeah.
see the check, whatever. It's like, hey, great, that's freaking awesome. Like, how did you do that? You know,
Right.
can you explain it? You know,
Mhm.
and our mentors say, you know, if you can teach it to a 3-year-old, and they can do it duplicatable, then you're doing a great leadership role. So it's about making more leaders, and you know, helping people, not judging. I mean, like, we got enough of that going on already. It's just supporting. Let's add
Right.
value to each other and building the encouragement. I mean, when I started Reels and stuff, our mentor says, hey, go on a 21-day challenge. So the 14-day challenge is a great one too. And the easiest way is just go talk about something that you enjoy. When you're walking, you got to pay attention. You're going to pay
Mhm.
attention to walking, and just talk about your thing, you know, whatever it is that light you up, you know, and share it into the group. Like JJ said, it's a safe space. Share it into our group, whatever. It's fine. Just blast it out there and just make your deposit to the universe. It's part of growth. And you know, will you learn something from the video? Absolutely, I guarantee you will. Just one thing. And it's not about the likes and comments. All that stuff will come later. Like, don't even pay attention to it. Like what Pace says, 90 days. Just do it consistently. 90 days. Can you do a Facebook Live at this same time every time for the next 90 days straight? And what is it, the 75 hard is a very similar challenge. Like, if you fall off, guess what, you get to start at day one again, you know.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it gets you, unlike Pansy said, it'll get you accountable and on the same path every day, you know. So it's just like a boring day. I like excitement too. I like the thrill. I like the challenge. I like the risk reward. It's way different than my business that I was doing. I started that thing because that was my career. It put a lot of food on the table, paved the way to where I am today. But it was just a test, and it was time to shut it all down. And you know, I sat there in my place in my chair, just spinning around, going, "What the hell am I going to do next?" And radio infomercials were just blasting. Luckily, I picked the right one, but that lasted until the pandemic, and those people didn't pivot. But other people in that program pivoted, and they were just out speaking on Raise Fest the stage, and it was a powerful message that they delivered. So it's awesome to see them where they are today. That's for sure. And I shared that into the group because it was powerful. I mean, what they were setting up, and they've been working on that for years. So it's not like just an overnight thing either. It's going to take a minute.
All right, everybody. I've really enjoyed this. Thank you for encouraging me to get on my first host live. I appreciate it. Even though we're on Pansy's channel.
We'll take you there.
Thanks
I'll be a
for
great listener.
hanging out with us.
Yeah.
We'll see you again in office hours soon
Yeah, I'll be around.
and on JJ's Zoom. So
Yep. Alrighty,
awesome.
guys.
Thank
You just
you.
gotta put a 10x behind in between there, and you'll just get to hit the ride on some marketing.
Yeah, I know. Working on it.
Have a great one,
You're
Kurt.
awesome, brother.
You guys take care. Talk to you
All
soon.
right, peace and
Good one.
blessings.
Alrighty. Bye.
And then there were 3. So Theo, tell us some more. What are some of your thoughts? Nothing? Mark,
Oh, can you
Yvonne?
hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Awesome. Yeah, so like as far as networking, um,
Anything, whatever.
okay, cool.
I mean, this is an open forum. We talk about physical, mental health, entrepreneurship, investing, family, whatever.
Okay,
Like,
cool. Um, yeah, so this has been really good. I guess I'll just talk about experiences today. Um, I talked to JJ for like 40 something minutes. Probably like 50 minutes. I think it was Thursday. He just called me after I signed up and we just talked and he was like super personable and I was really surprised. Like he has a big group, huge network, and he took so much time just helping me out with my Facebook and just how to get a new outlook on marketing. So this has been really great. I mean, a lot of people in Gator. Hopefully I can get a Gator deal. Kind of switching roles from more kind of assigning like wholesaling sub two to Gator, and so this has been good. I think networking is something I really need to work on. Um, Beyond like the transactional, hey, I have a deal, hey, you want to buy it. So this has been really this has been enlightening and it's been nice. It's been a pleasure.
Since we're here speaking of the universe, what does a perfect Gator deal look like to you?
I would like to do like PML Gator deals. I think I have some pretty good ideas on how to raise capital. I just need the knowledge, kind of. I don't want to start raising capital until I really have. It's kind of like a catch-22. I want to do some deals to have the practice and experience to feel confident in the money that I raise, that I can put it to great use. But in order to get that first deal, so I'm kind of I think just networking to see if I can help anybody with my skill set and what they're doing, and if I can learn and I can help them, I think that's really good. Oh, that'll be great. Excuse me. As far as my avatar is connector slash helper. So that's something I really want to work on. I don't know if any of y'all know Michelle Gomez, but I talked to her earlier this week, and she was super helpful. She's a helper as well, and again, we had like a 45-minute conversation. I just love how people in this whole, I guess, group of constellation of pace groups, like they really they walk the talk, walk the walk. So I want to pay it forward and be as of help as well. Um, just got to build the confidence as far as Gator goes. Like I said, I don't know. I know a lot about Gator, but as far as like the really minute mechanics and details, I really want to kind of master that. So this is I just out here meeting people. So this has been great.
So like in the connection, I love that. I mean, I was talking to some other sub two student Gator students as well. And I said, what if you imagine like building a list, like and working on that list every week and you're raising like 350K a week, you know?
Yeah.
You could kind of test the people that are committed. You could, like what Pansy said, you could poke at them a little bit just to see, are they action takers or not, maybe? And just keeping that list fresh so that when you do need to rely on those people, that you're able to get the transaction together,
Hmm.
that's
Okay.
one frustrating thing that I've been through a little bit is I got a big deal pipeline and then we get to the end and it's like they waffle and
Mhm.
they have to believe in what you're doing. So they're going to invest in you
Hmm.
and yours, the know, like, and trust. That's very important. Um, if they, they're going to do their due diligence, like that's what they do because you're managing one of their most prized possessions is their time, which is converted into capital. And sometimes it takes a while for that capital to rebuild and regenerate. But when you're serving out there, like, it's just abundant, there is no lack.
Appreciate that.
So let's back up because we threw out a bunch of things about Gator and PML. We should explain what that is. PML is private money lending. And in the investor space, there is definitely a need for those things. And we have some current deals. So, but Mark, maybe you could talk a little bit without getting into too much detail, what type of deals we have that we're looking for, because it's a little loud here.
Absolutely. I mean, we have big and small. We like them all. They gotta get through some of the basic napkin underwriting, and that's where some of these things fail. We were looking at a small little 30 unit with the office hours. A lot of people come. Like I said, we got a lot of deal flow, a lot of JV opportunities, and JV is definitely a way you want to tie into things. Private money lending is basically, private money lender. I was a private money lender, and basically, I'm taking my 401k and I'm investing that into somebody else's deal. And these deals, we have a conversation about the thing. We agree upon all the numbers and the projections and all the what ifs and the what if it goes sideways. So that's all legal and binding and stuff like that. Private money lenders are my Visa, MasterCard, and Discover card, OPM. Like, I love them too. We've been down the business credit building journey, and that's another avenue that with Gator is part of the thing is OPM. It's emotionless. It's 0% interest. It's powerful. It has no emotions. We get tied to our money very as little people. We're told to save, and when I was growing up, nobody told me to invest. Yet I would see people around that, once you start talking real estate, then people start opening up about real estate, and you ask them, how did you put that together? And you go to these seminars and they're dropping gold nuggets. They, Fortune Builders was amazing. It was $100 ticket. And I showed up over there, and just the one slide that they showed me, the Visa, MasterCard, and Discover Shuffle, was just priceless. Like that was, that was the holy grail of the whole thing. Building relationships. We've gotten big deals. Pansy was strong enough to call the people out on their stuff. And these are mastermind students. And it was right as we opened up the call, a quick little thing about the deal. And then they're asking us, well, how can you prove to us that this is actually a great deal? And they had to actually open up Pandora's box and explain and prove that, because we did our due diligence and we got it to a point that we're not wasting the developer's time on a call. We're coming in to talk business, because these are mastermind students. They're high level, and they opened up the thing. They did a screen share. So with a lot of business in Zoom, screen share, this is what's going on. We could actually see the thing. Okay, hey, great. You mind if we record this? And that's great. And then we went to another team, another squad, another tribe. And, they talked about having capital and they were ready to go and stuff like that. So we presented, hey, we have this opportunity that we'd love to join forces with, because we weren't liquid at the time. And we gave them a little bit of time to look over the packet and the information that we were provided. And we said, hey, if you guys are really interested, we could take it to the next level. We'll share the recording of the call of the people that the actual deal, because they pitched it to us. And, it got to a point that I think Pansy almost had it put together. And then there was a couple of things I thought that needed a little bit more clarification because of the situation, that particular deal. And I knew it would come out in the wash. And they as soon as they found out what they were looking for, it changed the whole thing. But the other people, they were they weren't ready to go 100%. So the universe just didn't get that deal assembled or whatever. But I think we could have found what they were looking for. There's another developer that's building not hospice, but care center, caregiving, and he's bringing that to high level. He wants to make these more of a few to many. So he wants to tighten up the ratio of patients to caregiver to increase the quality, and that's 4 deals that he's working on. It's a combined raise of about 800K. With joint venture possibilities and things like that. So there's that. There's just countless deals that, I mean, we just need serious people that are ready to go. I think that, believe in what we do. The avatar sometimes can be a little bit challenging. We're working on another $10 million project that's a sports training center that, we see the vision and the stuff. It's just they need a little bit further along. So, I mean, we've invested already thousands just in the due diligence, and we don't even own the property yet because we're so serious about what we do. And we think that, that was a gator wrestle, and putting that together was challenging. We have a couple of fix and flips, one in North Carolina and one in Tennessee, Chattanooga, that we're working on remotely. And we did the gator swap on that thing. So it's, there's a lot of moving pieces. You're not going to do this alone. There's no way that you want to do it alone. There's so much things to work on together. And it's just coming to an agreement, the operating agreement, black and white. Have a meeting minute. Let's talk about it. Let's get it on paper. Everybody signs. Everybody's happy. It's a very clean, easy transaction then,
Go ahead, Trey. Theo, I mean, I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah. It's a little bag.
Did you have something to say, Theo?
Piece.
Oh, so I wanted to talk more about, you mentioned the one deal
Oh, great.
that needed 800. He actually needs 600,000, and it's for senior living care for a privately owned senior care facilities, actually 3 of them. So if anyone's interested in that, please reach out to one of us and let us know. We have opportunities to help veterans amongst our community. If you scan my code, I have the homeless veterans of America on there that you can donate to. I think it's pretty clear helping homeless veterans get homes. There's actually several people in our community that do that. We have several people working in our community with Family Promise, which helps all different types of homeless situations. So I just encourage everyone to find a way to help others in any way that you can. But maybe we'll call this a day because some of us are tired. And it's been a long day. So
I want to drop one more thing. I mean, Mario, our other partner, Mario, that's working on his goal every year is to save like 3,000 foreclosures every year.
yes.
So, I mean, he puts countless hours on the phone fighting the banks and things like that. So, I mean, he's got a Fresh Start program that he also works with that's helping the people that were in foreclosure reset and regroup and get back into the game very quickly and swiftly by picking up these foreclosures and placing people in the foreclosures that he picked up. So he's an advocate for these people, and his mission is to save 3,000 foreclosures a year. That's his mission. Huge go-giver. Huge go-giver.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that because of course, we are always looking for many ways to help many communities.
Mhm.
So if anyone is dealing with foreclosure, reach out to us. We have people that can help you one way or another. Even if we can't save the house, we might be able to save your credit, which is definitely a plus because I went through it myself and it took a long time to get my credit back up. So definitely can relate. So don't be afraid to reach out to one of us on this call. But thank you guys. We're gonna end it here.
I think Theo was gonna say something really quick. Maybe I
Oh
saw
yeah,
him like a
Theo,
little
you
bit.
have something to say before we end it?
Oh no, I was actually I was directed it towards Mark, but I think my microphone was still muted. I was just saying that was a really great example that you gave about the raising the money, and I guess we're ending it now, but maybe we can talk offline and see where I could be of use to your business. I know I'm new, but I'm ready to learn, and I can help out in any way. I'd love to.
Link.
Absolutely. I think my wife already said she wanted to say something.
Yeah, I already friend request you, and then I put the link, but you have to fill out a questionnaire.
Well, the haves and wants, we always,
Haves and wants.
yeah, it helps people dream and think big. So,
And then
Okay.
there's a calendar
Yeah.
link.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then we
Awesome.
can get you booked in there one-on-one, and then it'll be one to many. So I appreciate you. I appreciate JJ for putting this thing together
Yeah.
consistently.
This is
Like
amazing.
4 years of sweat, blood, and tears. Like, and all he's looking for is just a little reciprocity. Go and like his YouTube channel. Freaking just love
Yeah.
up on him. Just
Yeah.
like
He's very high energy.
he's amazing.
He's
Like,
like that. I mean, you can feel his when I met him on Tuesday. He just comes right in and he's flow and he's happy and he's high energy and he's calm and he's just ready to go and talk to like everybody at once. He's cool. He's a
Well,
real cool guy, man.
we didn't even know he was gonna be there.
No,
And he was upstairs speaking, and I was downstairs. We're trying to figure out where are we supposed to go. You know,
Well,
it's our
we were
first
trying
time.
to go. We were trying to go in, and people were coming out because we were a little bit late. But we were hanging out by the door, and Mark was already talking to a group. I was already talking to a group, and
She wanted to go up the stairs
yeah, I
with
was ready to
everybody
go
coming
upstairs.
down,
Like,
like
never
a
mind, they're all coming outside. Okay, cool.
like a salmon swimming up a river. But a pleasure connecting. Yeah,
Yes,
if
yes.
you want, I'll shoot you a text or whatever. I'm gonna hit everybody with a text on the call, but
Certainly.
Yeah.
it's a pleasure connecting with you.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
likewise. Thank you so much.
yes. Hopefully, we'll see you in the Zoom.
Oh yeah,
But
next
we
week.
will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
And don't forget the big shout out for JJ's picnic camp.
Yeah.
This is
Oh yeah.
This is sponsored by JJ Azizian's Mastermind Griffith Park Picnic.
Picnic.
It's
Can't wait.
register at JJ Azizian /picnic.
There you go. Absolutely.
No, there'll be a link in probably in the title or description, maybe somewhere in the description below.
I'll have to figure that one out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But either way, they can reach us, reach out to one of us and we'll be glad to give that information. Because whether you can make it to the picnic or not, you still have the opportunity to donate, which goes to help children in that neighborhood be able to participate in sports programs.
And you're going to see Pansy.
Yeah.
She's coming out here live.
Yeah, we get to meet Mark and Yvonne and myself and many others. Absolutely.
Right.
So, all right,
That'll
guys.
be a fun day.
Thanks, JJ, for letting us stream.
Yeah, thank you.
10-4, over and out.
Have a good one. Bye.
Thanks,
Have a good one.
Theo.
See ya. Good meeting.